Okay, we continue our discussions. All right. So he promised me to upload all the assessment within an hour, meaning to say that after finish the class, maybe you can see, right, whether that SKC already upload or not. And then please let me know, call or message or update in group or message or whatever. I will straightforward call lah, because he promised to me to upload within an hour. All right. Okay, so all right, okay. Okay, please upload the class material. I think already upload in the Euros, am I right? Class material for chapter 1 to chapter 10. I saw on the Euros have already the what we call is the note from the chapter 1 to chapter 10. Please check first.
Memang
Okay.
ada Prof. Tapi itu hari kita boleh buka. Sekarang dia macam tak boleh buka. Invisible. Dia ada tajuk je.
Ah,
Ha.
hari tu tak boleh.
Hari tu memang kita boleh buka, kita boleh download.
Okay.
Ni tadi saya nak buka, dia tak boleh buka. Dia ada tajuk je.
Dia tak boleh klik, Prof.
Dia tak boleh klik.
Tak boleh klik pula
Hmm.
Awak lagu tu noh. Okay. Okay, all right. But then are you received in soft copy in the WhatsApp group? Or I'm not forward update in WhatsApp group. Are you receive or not the note that from chapter 1 to chapter 10?
We didn't, Prof. We didn't receive in the WhatsApp.
WhatsApp
you
macam
not-
tak ada Prof. Don't have.
You not receive that? Okay, I will email now. Oh, sorry, I will WhatsApp now. All right. Okay. I also informed to the SKC lah. They have the. I mean. You can see the topic from chapter 1 to chapter 10, but you can click this chapter in order you to open the document. Am I right?
Jadi dekat dalam WhatsApp group, you already shared until chapter 10 kan?
Already share?
Ada PDF tu.
Prof, excuse me, I didn't receive any message or any group. I'm not invited for any group, WhatsApp group for this class.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I will share the link for WhatsApp group again.
Yes, please.
Yes, and then I think you can enter in this group WhatsApp lah. All right. Okay. Understood. Right. Okay. Okay. Right, sir, madam. All right. Okay. You can. Okay. By right. Okay. If let's say you have maybe you want to send early on your assessment assignment, you can email to me, meaning to say that, all right, you rocks if let's say, because maybe some of you have a problem to open the Europe because of the I think the system for a while I'm also not too familiar in the system, but anyhow, if let's say you can open, we try my best as Casey, hopefully try my to settle all this issue. But in anyhow, if let's say, okay, the problem is still happen, okay, first I will send the WhatsApp group lah, okay, for the okay, to anyone still not in group lah, okay, to access the, and then I will update the material lah, starting for chapter 1 to chapter 10. Okay, and then I will issue also to SKC, okay, regard with the document chapter 1 to chapter 10, you can what we call is upload, which is can click to upload to have their document. All right. I understood that because of in system you have already, so sometimes maybe you not to what we call is upload and document. I mean save the document because of maybe what we call is not to want to have your what we call is a full data on your pen drive or whatever. I understood that, but anyhow, I will share in group also from the chapter 1 to chapter 10. All right. Okay, so Yes, okay. Resolve tomorrow. Yes, I will hopefully they will resolve on this evening lah. They will solve this evening for upload all the assessment, and also I will inform also to SKC regard with the not I mean the materials okay from chapter 1 to chapter 10 that okay all students can't click the document to upload and then to have the document right. Okay, if SKC can solve before 10, can I email? Yes, sure. Yes, Mr. Cha Pebon. Yes, you can email to me. All right. Okay, so I will send to you my email. All right. Okay. And also I will update also my email in the group lah. Right. All right. Okay. Email assignment. Yes. If let's say alternatively you can WhatsApp or email to me the assignment or assessment, right? If let's say you worry that I'm what we call this forget to what we call this to read your WhatsApp, you can email. But anyhow, for your information, every early morning about 1 a.m. I will read all the WhatsApp messages to me. All right, I will review back starting for the WhatsApp until total for the what we call it early WhatsApp, because I'm worried that okay some instructions, some information, some documents sent to me, I will lost the document. But in order to cover, you also can email to me. All right, no problem. Or both of email or also WhatsApp also can. All right. Okay, okay. So Mr. Ahmad Nasar, I will update in this meeting chat, the link there. Wait for a while. Okay. All right.
Thanks, sir.
Okay.
Sorry to delay the class, but to be aligned.
It's okay. It's okay. No problem. No problem. Okay. All right. I'll already upload. Okay. Materials, chapter 1 to chapter 10, also for the assessment, all right. And then also maybe please add
Well received.
yeah, okay, all right, thank you. And also please add Azrin, Azrin Ahmad. Okay, can anyone send the what we call this, the link?
Got it, Prof.
Got it, yeah? All right, thank you.
Got it, Prof. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Okay, all right. But anyhow, I also ask SKC to settle it, because it's good and better that if let's say you can answer in Europe, okay? And then of course you can see directly a comment and the marks from the Europe for the every assessment. All right, okay, so last but not least, I think we continue our discussions, okay? So million sorry for inconvenience, okay, from the Europe basically. All right, so of course, I will receive information that from SKC Uniraza or from Uniraza that regard with the few issue on the Europe. Okay, but anyhow, this is not the reason that student not to receive what we call is can't use to in the Europe for the assessment. Okay, definitely student will have their what we call is opportunity to using the Europe and then to answer all the assessment in Europe, right? Okay, so I think we continue on the chapter 7, right? Performance management. Okay, right. Okay. All right. Okay, 300. She's have a 300 degrees, right? Degrees feedback. All right, chapter 7. Okay. All right. Okay. Providing feedback to individuals is an essential practice within an organization, right? So of course, everything must have the feedback. Must have is meanings to say that it's not in the minds of compulsory to have the feedback. But anyhow, as you know, right, rather than our product already successful to sales, our service already achieved to the highest standard limit. But, okay, feedback basically is not only to say that comment on the what we call is issue on the product or service, but more or less feedback is more on to improve the product. Okay, understand that sometimes the owner of the product say their product is very good, excellent. No need to do some innovation, no need to do some corrections or whatever. But come to the scenario nowadays, we talk about the AI, artificial intelligence, we talk about the technology, we talk about IR 4.0, okay, all right, coming to 5.0. We can't neglect all informations about the technology in order that we need to have this feedback. Feedback basically is not only that to say, to issue, to inform the bad thing, but also to improve the product. Rather than your product already stand in the higher, what we call it, standard. But time to time, we need to have the feedback basically. All right. It's not only talk about the product, it's talk about the, staff, companies, performance, finance, and all these things. All right. So managers could issue feedback through the year formally formally during the annual review meeting. Yes. Right. So of course, we discuss about the performance management. If we talk about the performance management, we can consider a lot of things, a lot of angles there. All right. On top of, sometimes we talk about the performance management, maybe, okay, someone think about the performance of the staff, but it's not only we talk about the performance staff, okay, but we also talk about the performance of company. We also talk about the related to the sales and marketing performance, because all these things that relate to the performance management. Okay, the biggest what we call this cover information for the performance management basically. All right, in this unit we look to discuss the process of feedback within the organization as a continuous practice. All right, so performance management, as we discussed before, it's not only that we plan, we'll also implement. It's not only that we implement, we supervise. It's not only that we supervise, we evaluate. It's not only that we evaluate, but what should we do on improvement? If let's say, maybe someone talk about the every single year, but to me, it's every second. We need to improve, okay? Our skills, maybe our knowledge, maybe our capacity, maybe our capability, maybe, and all these things there, right? Okay, the 360 degrees is feedback. The process is discussed where the unit start by giving a definition of the process. Discussing its uses is rational, is a methodology and various factors which are important from its successful implementation. Right. So a very good planning, but come with the very bad implement. So also it's not the simultaneous, okay, or continuous improvement action. So we need to have the simultaneously action taken, okay, for the, it's not only plan, implement, evaluate, and all these things, right? Okay, feedback is defined as the process of providing individuals with information of their performance levels in terms of result, event, critical incident, and behavior. Right? Okay. Feedback could be considered positive if it informs people a good performance. Constructive, it advises how improve performance levels of negative if people of poor performance. All right. To me, that's basically we don't want to highlight about the good performance or poor performance, but more or less we try to highlight why we give the feedback. Okay, you have your knowledge because of you wants to improve yourself. All right, you continue further study rather than this. Okay. Weekend. Every weekend you meet me until next week. Every weekend, every Sunday evening, you meet me on cyber, right? Right. Okay. Rather than this is evening time that very good to have what we call this activity outside. Play badminton or futsal or whatever, but you will listen to my sharing knowledge. So, but how? But why? Because of what? To improve. So, more or less, okay, what is important on view in order that we consider about the performance management, that how we improve. Okay, because of sometime, if let's say we in a good what we call this sometimes, okay, we in good is not sometimes like we in the good, okay, most every time, but sometimes we have a poor performance because of sometimes we're not too familiar on the system, you know. Sometimes the system or the machine come with the new what we call is technology, in order that we need to learn everything. So that is why it's good that we may use that to improve on the performance management, right? So of course we are human, sometimes we do the wrong thing, right? But anyhow, what is important that how we improve and manage to handle the work. Okay, what we call is in condition of KPI standard in order you to success, okay, on your performance, right? Okay, research conducted on performance appraisal indicate the negative feedback leads to the discouragement rather the motivation should improve. That is why, okay, all right, to me, right, of course, okay, okay, I thought that you are maybe because of you do on the master level, so definitely, okay, to me you already have your good position, meaning that you in the management position, right? So anyway, so of course on the management positions that you need to have a very good skill in order you to evaluate your staff on the appraisal, because how you basically all right, sir, madam, right, how you educate your staff, okay, in order you that you try to highlight the poor performance But on top of your highlight in the poor performer, they have the very good indications that to the staff, that the staff will happy to receive that information in the poor performance, but they have the motivation to improve, okay, on their work and so on. That is how we need to have a very good to educate, okay, staff basically. Of course, come to the evaluate, come to the performance appraisal. You can say whatever you want basically. But please, okay, to me, okay, yeah, maybe what we call is a different person, okay, have a different approach. All right. Of course, I agree, but anyhow, what is important is how you manage your department. Maybe this staff very good, okay, very good on the what we call it, on the performance of the work. But, okay, she or he maybe, okay, will have their early, what we call this, lunch, for example, come back late. He or she very good to do the work basically, but come to during the lunchtime, maybe these workers, okay, go back or have their lunch time early and then go back late, right? All right. Maybe you can see that, yeah, we need to follow, but maybe from this, okay, is not fair if let's say you will have this performance as what we call is pack evaluate. All right, maybe you will call the staff and ask why, okay, every day take more than 1 hour rest. Maybe the staff will explain because of they manage to what we call it, to settle their children maybe. So it is unfair basically. You come to conclusion without any discussion with the staff, okay, basically. So that is why performance is not only that you come with the you follow the time, what we call is push in, or push out, all right, or check in or check out, whatever lah, but it's only that the staff, how the staff do the work, how the staff solve the problem in the work, how the staff, okay, handles, manage the work, everything that, because sometimes different person, different problems. All right. Okay, traditional annual perform review, we should define feedback as an annual event. This was a problematic as the performance recall was often imperfect and have a little to not impact on the performance level. Continuous feedback was developed and encouraged, which is mostly informal and done throughout the year. All right. So, it's very smart that if, let's say, you are a manager, you are a supervisor, you have a subordinate that settle the problem, okay, with your subordinate using the proper way. Right? This is very good. It's not say that, okay? It's not say that, okay, you are someone very understanding to your staff, that you are a very good manager. No. But how you to handle your subordinate until your subordinate feels that the company, the department, the unit is belongs to us, belongs to the staff, right? Okay. So maybe anyone can have add to the to Rosihan Zain, okay. All right, maybe can share the link or whatever, All right, I will update again. How maybe someone in the group can send back in group. One you add the Rosihan Zain, Baharudin. All right, maybe you can send back. You can forward back the material chapter 1, chapter 10, also the assessment. Right. Okay, welcome. No problem. Okay. All right, 300-degree feedback is a systematic collection and feedback or performance data of individuals, a group derived from the number stakeholder of their performance. All right. So the data is okay, is from a rating against a difference. Okay, performance dimension is illustrated in the figure 7.1 below. The data from 360-degree process on performance could be collected from their managers. Direct report from the internal customer, managers, individual player, internal customer, and direct report. So this is a 360-degree because of consider is one circles. One circle is 316 degrees. All right, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. All right. Okay. So yes, it is good that if let's say we have a 360-degree feedback. Why? Because of if let's say, all right, someone will comment me. A maybe says that what we call is this information. Maybe B say that this information. Maybe C say that information. Maybe that D says that nothing to say. Okay. All right. So there is a very good that we will receive the 316 degrees. All right. Okay, done. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. A 140-degree feedback could also develop by including external customer, client, supplier into the feedback process. All right, so this is more or less that what that we review basically is involved with the stakeholder, right? Okay, because what? More than you have a feedback, it's more better that you can have the information to evaluate in order to improve on the performance. All right. From the perspective of the teams, that member of the team leader can start the entire process of feedback. Feedback could also be given to the subordinate to the manager. This would be referred to the upward feedback or 180-degree feedback. Subordinate to their manager. Feedback could be given to the individual directly to the manager. Right. Also agree with the strong balance 2005. Okay, so so I think you also understood clearly about the direction from the upper to lowest, meaning to say that from the manager or from the higher ranking to the lower ranking, rank and 5, right? But what about the if let's say the feedback is come from subordinate to the manager? If it can be happen, yes, can be, should be no problem. All right. Basically, this is not the issue because of very simple theory. Okay, I can share with you. Your boss also human, your subordinate also human. So we are all the same humans there. So it's not issue that from the upper to lowest to the upper. But maybe the method approach that Samsung offer is more different. And then using the very good intonation in order you to inform to your manager or your boss or your supervisors. All right. So, but to me, all right, a class is good that you have a two-way, all right, feedback. Because what? Because what class? Okay, manager is not always right. Okay, manager is not always right. Okay, so that is why manager also human. So of course they need to have a feedback. Sometimes they will see that, okay, maybe the manager have things that they already comply, perform their position. But anyhow, okay, of course, okay, me also, can't see myself which part I'm not, what we call this, maybe bad, whatever in term of practice, or maybe I'm not saying what is my fault. In order me to communicate, you know, in order me to have my work, everything. So our environment that can see our loss, all right, our poor performance maybe, all right, or anything lah, right? Okay. Okay. All right. So the 316-degree feedback could be applied in a wide range situation and is basically used for self-development or their manager development program. Okay. Basically, we already use this, but maybe because of maybe some of you not in the line of this chapter syllabus in order you to have your diploma degree, right? Maybe you don't know clearly about the theory that you use basically in order you to have the feedback, all right? A survey held by Management Research Group covering is 45 respondents found that 71% of respondents they apply the 300-degree feedback for the process of learning or development because of, okay, what is important the company to run the business. Of course, the first important is to have their profit, right? And then second is to expand the business. That's all. Right? Maybe we have a lot of objective in order that to run or to develop the business. But basically to run the business, what? To make the profit. All right. Human need to profit. Profit is come from money. All right. To secure the life of the thing lah. 23% apply for differential process, including appraisal, resourcing, assessation, planning, and 60% of respondents apply implement pay decision. All right. I'm not saying that all the company using the same practice. Maybe initially they use the same practice, but come to the middle of action or finally on the evaluations, maybe they will use this method compare or depend of the strength of the company. A small company, do you think that we need to have a big evaluate? No need. A big company, do you think that we need to have a very concrete evaluate? Yes, definitely. That is why depend of the company, right? Condition, and then maybe what their objective and aim. All right. Okay, the application of system based on two assumptions. First, knowing the differences between the way we ourselves and how other people perceive us have increased self-awareness. All right. So sometimes we work hard to achieve a KPI, but we can't to work to together cooperation. So there is also issue, maybe. Okay, we not to go to the what we call it unsuccessful stuff, okay, in order that to achieve. But sometimes the unsuccessful because of come to the a few factors elements that, right? Okay, so the increased awareness will have improved performance. Therefore, critical factors in the development program. Through feedback, individual can access vital information, their strengths and weaknesses, which could aid in developing planning. The process has given an individuals from multiple sources of feedback, a free previously left for supervisory only. The different sources of feedback given feedback from the different perspective and give a different yet relevant information. The rationales for the 300 could be given as could be valuable to help increase the level of awareness of benefit aligned behavior of the leader. Okay. So normally we talk about the performance management. Sometimes we go to the rank and file staff, or we go to the who's mean the staff or subordinate do the work basically. But this also need to come to the leaders, managers, or management. Of course, the managers that, for example, right, facility management managers, they only supervise all angles. For example, okay, maybe I will give some sort of this example lah. All right, because I'm also involved for previous that. So, in contractor side lah. Basically I'm a certified facility management manager. I'm a certified construction manager. A certified construction manager. All right. So previous that. Now I will someone a panel to have an interview to someone have the certified all this thing. A panel for CIDB lah. If let's say you want to certify, I'll be someone one of the panels lah. To have interview with you to know your everything lah. All right. Then same time also our engagement. I also board of advisor a few companies. One of the company involved with the construction. So this is why I give this example. All right. So we just only a manager that we what we call this care about the supervise about the work everything. But in order that okay to supervise manage work everything that we also responsible to see find evaluate that the staff do the properly until the process end with the successful. All right. Work in unit result, customer needs, development employee participation, development leadership, and effectiveness of work in unit 300. Degrees feedback does consider the complexity of the management process, its value or improve for the varying sources. The 360-degree feedback does look into the difference of vital performance dimension which may have otherwise been ignored by organization. All right. Methodology, the questionnaire. This is one of the methodology questionnaire. Process collect data through the questionnaire which evaluate individual behavior from different perspectives and give a details competency. The competency mode may have a drop within the organization or providing by the one issue the questionnaire. The questionnaire may include a different performance aspect including leadership, management, different approach to works. The questionnaire may look to determine different aspects from an individual include. So you can see that, okay. A lot of the area that we can consider that. All right. Leadership, team player, self-management, communication, organizational skills, decision-making, expertise, adaptability. All right. Okay, next, rating. The rating are issued by the feedback generator or determined by the predetermined skills under each handling. The skill could be used to justify the importance or performance of different items. For example, the importance of every item given by scale 1 between 1 and 6. 1 being the not important, 6 is being the essential. A similar scale are given to performance each item, where 1 being a weak and 6 outstanding. So this is part of examples lah by using the rating. Then normally we use the rating lah from appraiser and so on. Right. Rating may also submitted by text comment. All right. Data processing questionnaire are processed using the software with augmentation, roll up, and more commonly also from outside suppliers. With the software, it is possible to collect and analyze data much more easily, quickly, less info, and the software also have in a better graphical and numerical presentation. Presenting data graphically help making the entire process of submitting data easy, right? Rather than an explanation information, the graphically data right? It's more that easiest to we do analyze and do the comparison. Different type of software present data different from some being more elaborate than other. Simple representative data can be stated by their figures. All right, you can see that. Given useful feedback, establish good working relationships, open the new ideas, value others' opinions, recognize achievements. Right. Okay, feedback profile. Read back. In many cases, feedback, all right, it may be present as in many cases to the individuals, manager, with less, often, and even to both. The feedback in some relation is not. They are, okay, anonymity of the feedback does depend on the organization culture, with some culture being more open than others. Right. Actions. The action brought about the feedback will be based on the what the process and achievement examples, development, appraisal, or pay. If I'm to aiding in the development process, the action will be left to the individuals to come up their personal development plan on in case. Okay, in the case where information also available to the manager, the planning process may be developed by both parties. Information may also be made available to coach where applicable to help in the decisions, or any activity which may be necessary. The data from the feedback could also be discussed during the formal review meeting to help assessing the current status, help line out future development plan. Right. Okay, development and implementation. Where development a 360-degree feedback, there are some important steps we need to be ahead to include. All right, they included define objective. The developer must clearly outline what is that entire feedback process is achieving and properly define how to will the decision and pay appraisal development. Right, finds objective. Right, this is important lah. All right, we need to know the objective to aim and so on. Side on recipient will be necessary to indicate who. The feedback is needed to cover who's the recipient of the feedback. Mine will given to feedback that may include the managers, peers, internals, external customer. It will be important to decide on the parties which will be involved with helping the managers in determining how to use the they may include to human resource, department outside, consultant, right? It will also be important to make a decision on the anonymity of the feedback, right? Okay, determining the error of work behavior, the feedback will be issued. Decision has to be made in a document, the competency model of organization. The model developed has to be aligned with cultures, value, and the work done. The organization. However, the company may also decide to apply software package with the question and define the acceptable. So, come to the evaluations, right? Come to the house that you determine the information, right? So that is why they put the 360 degrees. We need to say that we need to cover, we need to consider every angle step, because if let's say we can't to consider a few elements, sometimes there will be impact, right? If let's say you want to highlight on top of performance to develop performance, or maybe that you want to develop a new software or new whatever is that in order to improve on the performance management, so they will impact that. Okay, maybe there is not the what we call is almost 100% result happen. Right. Decide how data will be analyzed and presented. The organization must make a decision whether to come out the software package themselves or outsourcing from outside parties. Either way, the organization should look to keep as simple as is possible. All right. So if you see that this is like that explanation about 360 degree, how they implement what we understand everything now. But please, okay, see which a few information that suit with your position for a while. All right, because all these things that we discussed on the theory, more to the academic, that they will what we call is covers, okay, almost of the information you need to learn basically. But please use the suitable information that in order you to more understanding and related to your business company, right? Plan the initiative program. It will be have organization lot to first run a pilot program of the process. Yeah, normally we do this thing lah. They will probably be done at the top level. Is program should be run properly commissioned, involve with parties, and then of the 360-degree feedback. Pilot program should be aimed to outline the advantages of the feedback process, dealing with any fear, training, and also to be product how that giving a receive feedback. Analyzing of the result, pilot program, the result collected pertaining to the ratio to who are participating. The pilot program must analyze from the result. Collected decision has to be made and necessary change. Right. Plan and implement the entire program. Monitor and evaluate the entire feedback should be closely monitoring starting from the point initially implementation, how the entire process is carried out. All right, the benefits. All right, get a clear picture. Right, but using the base information. All right, regard with the theory. All right, suit with your positions. Have a clear, better understanding to competency. They are relevant. The senior management also understand that they have the development needs. The project given a more reliable sources of feedback and the senior managers on the performance levels. The 360 feedback does encourage a much open to channel of feedback. The senior management can identify each individual roles. The feedback process have outlined the vital performance aspect to the individuals. The 360 feedback have a lightening important area for the individuals, the department, entire organization that need to develop. The process have identified strength, weaknesses, determine the organization. Right? It create an environment with a facility. Alright, says continuous improvement. The 160-degree feedback helps manager realize the effect of their subordinates. The process also help bring up focus agenda for development of their make manager discuss of issue on the development. Given the last objectivity of the result, it will be valid and their lead to better accepted of the result. The 360-degree feedback is able to open the feedback process and give individuals a much more rounded view of performance. And however, some of the advantages of the process, including individual did not give a honest feedback. Yes, maybe place under stress in receiving a given feedback. They may little action following the feedback. Process, please, must realize how technology, the process they face a lot bureaucracy and a resolve incentive process at time consuming. Yes, this is some of the disadvantages. All right, criteria for success. Right, it will be important change the success of system, ensure the process of data does get the required support from the top management who should also be include the process of giving the receive feedback. Ensure commitment to the system by providing briefing and training. All personnel should also understand the importance of the process. Then step to the organization full. Make sure that the feedback given uses tool for development. Ensure that the item include the questionnaire that covers significant aspect of behavior. Include the actual event experienced by individual in the questionnaire, develop proper communication, training program which should be adhered to. Ensure that all individual involved with the process comfortable with the process. It could be done by making the feedback, making use a third party facilitator. Make the questionnaire easy to fill and issue biography to keep at a minimum. All right, effectiveness. Over the years, research conduct will try to establish effectiveness of 360 feedback a given variance result. The benefit are made regularly as based on the several assumptions. This assumption include individual that understand how that describe effective job performance, learning how to demonstrate, and gaining a self-perception that require corrective action. I've studied done 100 for manager who receive feedback and total have 15 behavior over period of the 2 years of automobile survey breakdown survey organization express very young, okay, very benefit. All right. Okay, there was some positive finding from the study indicating that the average self-rated first and second level subordinate and manager did not record improvement in their competency level. There were reductions in the development needs, a significant change in the perception of first, second level subordinate in terms of association of self and others rating. It is also established that the application of self-perception as a predictor of actual appraisal score become more accurate over time. There was some negative finding pointing the face manager self-perception pretty much remain the same. Many organizations have started application standardized feedback is being success with a short-term indicator being overall accepted of the process by employee. Spark initially the system, the fact the employee and dedicate their time to implement the process on long-term success and be viewed as be able to roll out the entire throughout the organization. The receipt of the feedback showing charts of behavior, the employee applying the principles of system into their everyday work, being able to apply system in the organization strategy. Right. So this is the summary. All right. Okay, we go to the chapter 8. Performance management rules. Excuse me. Okay, running outcome. Okay. Excuse me. The performance management is important practice within an organization. It is activity that requires commitment from all individuals in the organization. Yes. Performance management is the continuous. All right. Continuous. Maybe actions, maybe planned, maybe evaluates, maybe implements. Right? Is the unit, the role of top manager, the line manager, the employee, and the human resource dependent performance management are discussed. Right? So performance management is not that we let to HR to do basically. They will involve all the department, they will involve all the unit, they will involve all the managers, they will involve all the senior management, all right, all the supervisor and so on. All right. Because of performance management, that's why I mentioned that they relate between the others, a unit department. If let's say we see that before, okay, we saw that before. Performance management is focused of the workers only, yes, but the coverage, okay, what we discussed just now, 316 degrees. All right. Top managers. They're basically the leader of the organization are the one of the set direction and the rules, model, and set up implement the goal of value performance. The top managers have to play important roles in performance management as their role to ensure that everyone in the organization understands the role the process contribute to the attainment of business growth. They have to ensure that the performance management effectively incorporated into the business operation. The top manager also being the role of ensure that the line manager the state the process performance management seriously to help her deliver better result. They also have the promote of culture high performer within organizations. And achieve this, the top manager have to make sure that they clearly outline the mission and relation based on certain value and culture that defined by the firm, high operating relationship with customer employee. They need to clearly highlight, explain to all the subordinates. including the managers, all right? To set and clearly explain what is the mission and vision, what is its objective, and what is the achievement, and then in the performance, right? Have to clearly just the strategic goal of the organization, the department goal, and so for the staff. Manager provide clearly definition of expectation or all level in the organization. Okay, term of goals, performance improvement, and core values. All right, the inform individual organizations step towards achieve mean the layout goals and associations to act in improving performance level is not at the expected standard. The manager has to promote the need for continuous improvement within the subordinate. Lines manager. My manager considered a vital part of internal management system and within organization. Due to the facts that play a role, okay, vital roles in the process implement of human resource policy. It's a process of implementing the performance management system. The line manager play a vital role, ensures that the system work well, right? This is due to fact that line manager are the one who mean to implement the expectation, both of top management and human resource manager. All right, so line manager is someone that, all right, hold the performance of their department or unit. It's therefore important to ensure that the committee of entire process and their doers processes necessary skill and knowledge. All right, effective implement the process performance management. It's important to have competent managers, right? Given that the process requires managers to make different business judgment and discuss to the rationale of the judgment, the manager have to hold a high competency level in the behavior requirement. That's why, as a manager, as a boss, as a head department, automatically that you need to have a high competency level. Because what? Class, because of the subordinate, the staff will refer to you. Sometimes maybe you are new into the department that you need to work up that you are someone, what we call is knowledgeable, right? To handle all the issues. This comes with a changed approach to performance management, which unlike in the past where the process involved a thin box approach. And the manager did not have to discuss the performance in detail. Performance appraisal, excuse me, based on research by Sue Dixon and John Carl from the Bath University. Performance appraisals is considered a human resource activity. Line manager have traditionally been involved directly with the subordinate. In the process of performance appraisal, they show the importance of the line manager is in implementing the human resource policy. According to the research, a total of 308 employees we interview and performance appraisal was less excuse me, effective human resource policy after pay. This was in terms of labor satisfaction. The process will also to be the less favorable human resource activity by several organizations. Results start from defining where different include the respondent feedback, the right. Measurement and target will not clear irrelevant the view the entire process was a complicated time consuming. The entire process is long by many academic and build system we have not been able to line up to its expectation. Appraisal reference basic to be able to develop a relationship to the reality. This is due to the complexity of reducing the nature of individuals' performance system scores and the list and the little probability of the manager come with the objective appraisal from subordinate. All right. This has been the basic of critics. Okay, system or process of performance appraisal over many years by the practitioners and academics. Therefore, the decision had to make how they overcome the objective by addressing the issue of implementing performance management effectively. All right, then how we address the issue? Okay. Many of issues with rise in performance system only do occur in the old fashion appraisal system which involve in rating and performance related. Yes, normally. This is practice that we use to make it this easy, basically. However, the issue are not just limited to the tiers type of appraisal systems. Can also apply to more recent program management systems by placing a lot or sizing of dialogue on agreement. They tap the data performance management system to require high commitment levels, everything for the lines manager to ask to implement the system in manner which meet the needs of the organization and in the individual. Right. Designing the performance management system is a relatively easy process to achieve by implement. Okay, is where it has become difficult. Yes, all right. This is what sometimes happen. This planning, yes, very well. But come to implement, it's quite hard because implement that you do. Then you can see that what's the issue basically. Okay, all right. There are no shortcut to the implementing the process, and it is therefore important to include all the stakeholders in developing the system. Yes, effort put in making sure that they properly understand the system. It could be achieved through the development proper communication channel. From training program, the line manager have to come up with an informal method of training such coaching and monitoring. It's important to ensure that the line manager are committed to the entire process and have the capability of carry out their task. Right? Yes. Gaining of the commitment of line manager at the time. Line manager to view the formal review process of formal manager as a complex and bureaucratic process. They may often not see important the process and view the burden imposed on the by human resource department. Yes, sometimes line manager they importantly they do the works. So regard with the system, you know, regard with the any related communications that make the things difficult. So they try to make the thing simple, but what is important is to done the work well. That is how. So they may often important process review burden imposed by the human resource department. Even for those who not see the entire system waste time, the manager may be reluctant to implement the system as they're not comfortable and criticizing people and handling a rather unplaced confrontations. They may be shy away from giving feedback as we feel that they're late or necessarily risky to give feedback, analyze, then formal engage on and agree on objective. The process of gaining commitment from the line manager might be depend a lot of effort and time have been done discussed below are some approach where can be applied again commitment. I'll provide this from the top. All right. Previously discussed the top management play a pivotal role in implementation of performance management system. The communication action have to for commitment and believe that the performance management system is important practice of the management practice in the organization. Should be lead example and show a commitment about the rules of manager. That's why a manager that you need to have a lot. Do you need to have a knowledge? You need to have a skill. You need to have the leadership management, right? Because of this is the elements that okay you as a managers need to have, right? Communicate. Just partly telling the line manager that performance is good, this is not enough. Should be informed that it's the role of manager to manage and perform. Information has to come from the top management and move down the organization. The human resource department should not be one of the living function are left during the training. Okay. The information to be built into the management, development program, organization, so potential managers. But from the beginning, they have to understand the performance management is important part. Okay, for responsibility and understand skills that need to properly manage the entire success. The performance management could be really by including the manners, effectiveness. Yes, we should manage the performance management. Responsibility into the criteria using the review performance. Keep in mind, right? Yes, need keep in mind. Other than already Maghrib there, we just short to finish our class. Right. Commitment to the entire process for the line manager is most likely to be high if the manager does not review a cumbersome bureaucratic process. If there any case, there are form which to be filled out. It should be keep as simple as possible, most probably side or just a paper. However, it is emphasizing has a place or effect to the process. Okay, it's not a filing form, but holding dialogue. Yes, between the managers, including throughout the year and not just during the performance review meeting. Reduce that pressure. A possession by line manager that performance management process is all about the holding annual present meeting where they are supposed to inform their subordinate on where they have been doing wrong, even formulating, making decision, and performance related pay might place a lot of pressure on them. The head manager, this pressure, it will be important to establish a culture performance management to either retina making it annual dinner. So it's not only that fast that we already review or we always that review on the review meeting. No. As initially, maybe you start with the what we call is a meeting and so on with the stuff that we discuss. But every time that what is important that in order to make this happen, you need to have the very short action, fast and short action, right? Okay, it should be established a normal management practice. We go in appreciated, but problem if model with the right role change require thereby making the performance review meeting some sort of a stock taking exercise will not surprise and become sort of the forward looking who I'm to make a plan from future. Line manager will have a less pressure is that they not have a given performance rating and have to defend them, but will still have to agree which not to develop improvement and they require corrective action. Yes. The pressure could even by reduce further in peer reviewer separated from the performance review process. Exclusivities. What involve the line manager in the process of design, developing the performance management process project team, member involved in the pilot study, involved into the process could be done by holding focus group. So which collect opinion reaction, they could also achieve by involving the effectiveness of performance management. The improve of the commitment level, even further, the line manager could be involved in the process, coach to help individual developing performance management and work mentor for coming manager. Yes, can also provide encouragement. It will be important to provide encouragement to line manager to have the belief in the performance management through meeting or where they could exchange information and good practice. The human resource department could also play important role in encouraging the managers. All right. Okay, developing capability improvement performance. All right. All right. Now, all assessment that now available in Europe. Yes. Well done. Thanks for sharing. All right. Okay. All right. So happy to do. Right. Right. Hopefully. If anything that, please let me know. If you don't understand that, or you're not clear about the question, or if anything that, If I say you think that this is the correct answer, but I'm not saying that correct answer is correct answer, but maybe this is good that we can do this line, you know, we can use that this method or theory, or maybe that you can I bring this scenario that in order me to answer yes. Carry on, no problem. Please ask me. Okay, yes, of course. PM, call me anytime, no problem. All right. Okay, so I think we continue. Okay, just a few notes that we will discuss that. All right. Okay, on top of this, the manager do need a coach and guide to help them develop the skill even further. Yes, this is part important. So that is why we are the managers. Sometimes we think that the staff is more busy with the work, everything. No, a manager, okay, more busy because of what? The manager, they have their own duty that they need to do, settle every day, doing the report, everything. But at the same time, also class, they need to educate, they need to evaluate, all right, staff. They need to handle the problem in department, all these things that, right? The additional training could be overseen by human resource department, but still by experienced and competent line manager could be used to coach and managers, right? Okay, the performance of managers as formally has also to be seen. The process has to be effectively conducted, you know, basically on the form of performance management, they have been failures. Okay, the coach, mentor will be preferably line manager can follow up the manager to hold discussion how to handling their time and give the advice how to handle different situation. Different review procedure like 360-degree feedback and outward assessment can be applied in the performance review process to evaluate the performance management ability of the line manager, how to deal with subordinate and help the area which need to improvement. Yes. We are the managers, head of department that know which part needs to improve because we are responsible performance of the department or unit. So clearly that we can see which part, which method, which angles, which conditions that the department or the unit that need to be improved. All right. Okay, then a rigorous survey should be help to analyze the reaction employee to perform management to identify weakness in the system, corrective and ensure required. Yes, it is good that you have a survey sometime because that you can get the feedback basically, right? Because the survey that we focus to us meanings to say that the staff clearly explain what is the scenario happen basically. The role employees, all employees on the organization are subject to the performance may be implemented in the formal informal process. The role of employee, the performance management process that influence their pay and future. And in case of formal process, the plain part is coming up with a performance agreement, measuring and review this performance. The employee may be asked to prepare for the formal review meeting of a specific 360-degree review process. Yes. Okay. If that using the formal meeting is good that because to have the clearly focus on discussion. Employees are involved to set up objective and discuss on the role competency required. It's important that they clearly brief the employee on the entire process and provide the training. The roles of human resource. At some point in the time, the human resource department basically in charge of developing implement the performance process because normally, class, performance management they focus to the workers. But okay, other than the focus to the workers, okay, the what we call is the related, okay, the related information due to the performance management also involved with the various information and various things. Due to this, the line manager did not see the human resource function constantly and didn't fill out the form, but only formality and which have very little commitment. Yeah, that is why we can like that whatever that planning by human resource because some of them, the human resource staff, they more understand about what they should do basically. With deployment to human resource approach, the business partner concept with developing proud about the change in the directional process. With the development, The HR department was no longer in charge of running performance appraisal process, but established the performance management process. Right? Okay, so the human department work together with the lines manager to help the developing the skills, encourage the use of performance management system, and also help for the team managers with high commitment experience to act a coach and mentor. The HR department also have the responsibility to create the community of practice and ensure that the concept of management is upheld within the organization. They are in charge of holding training programs to determine the effectiveness of performance management. Of course, training, okay, skills in-house, soft skill, hard skills, and then maybe training by the department. Okay, is there any audit on the evaluation on the, all right, especially on the staff promotion? Okay, tell about the audit, yes. Okay, some of the company that they do, okay, but because of come to the evaluate, I'm not saying that this is how they, but they more or less that how they are see between the performance of the unit because of course on the KPI, appraisal that I'm not saying that we can't audit, but it's more or less that how the document that can be better fit to the employers than employees. But more or less, the audit is more that we can say on the related to the performance to the company. Because if let's say they come to the issue, then we can look into that. Maybe the part of the evaluate is not suitable, fits the current scenario on the performance, right? Okay. All right, essentially, the roles of human resource especially have evolved over time, such as the role of health issue for driving performance management process, providing support from this system. All right. Okay, so more or less, this is how we discuss about the performance management. Repeated to the workers scenario and conditions. Okay, more discussions about the performance of the workers, but we also include regard with the department, right? Important also how does manager play the roles and how that the best way in order that we evaluate and what we call supervise the staff basically. All right. Okay, so we finish chapter 8. All right. Okay, so I think we stop class for a while and then we continue by our next week's. All right. So if anything that regard with as assignment, please let me know. Okay, you can call or WhatsApp, no problem. All right. Okay, if I'm late to basis, we need that. I'm in class, pray, toilet. That's all lah. All right. Okay, so thank you, class. Have a nice weekend. Just only 4 to 5 hours before we end our weekend. All right. Then good luck for tomorrow. Continue the work. Continuous practice. Continuous supervise the subordinate. All right. Continuous doing the same thing. Improve a lot of things. All right. All right. Plan. Okay. In the work area. All right. Innovate your performance. Right. Okay. Life go on. Yes. Life go on. Yes. Okay.
Prof, ada soalan.
Yeah. Yes.
Dekat Eurox dah upload dah
Okay.
assignment tu, tapi dia tulis
Ha.
kat situ submission date 11 hari bulan, tapi dekat paper yang Prof bagi tu kan 15.
Okay. 9 bulan dia tulis Okay. All right. Because they follow the apa what we call is the date of the last class. Apa I will inform that to change until 15.
Okay, thank you, Prof.
All right. Okay.
Prof, one more.
Yes.
The cryptic assignment can't
Yeah.
click. You can't open up.
Oh, kan
In
open
the
eh?
Urex. In the Urex cannot. The line okay.
Okay, only which assignment?
Critic.
Oh, critic paper critic. Oh, I think the rest also face the same problem, maybe.
Line, no problem. Very good.
Yes, memang tak boleh buka, sir.
Oh, okay. Meaning to say that only for paper critic that you can't to open the document that the question.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. So, what I can say, they upload the document they not copy the question put in the question. I mean, put the Xerox.
The question is not visible because we can't click the question. Number two,
Oh,
we can't upload also. I check whether there is a way to upload once you have done. I don't think so we can upload.
okay. So for
Grey
paper
out,
critic.
grey out.
Okay, paper critic Alright, okay. I will inform to Mr. Nas, okay, to recheck balik and then also including the material chapter 1 to chapter 10 Alright, rather than you already have that, maybe it's good that also you can can open from Europe lah, Alright. Okay, so I think the issue of paper critic that you can open the document Second, the document on the materials, chapter 1, chapter 10, you also can what we call is upload the document in order you to open the document.